toda mi vida en Estados Unidos. Little Matias is no ordinary baby. His parents are Cuban migrants, and he was born in Tijuana on June 11th, just 1 week before his family was scheduled to enter the U.S. to pursue political asylum.
Ya tenía vigilancias que me estaban chequeando por parte del gobierno.
His father, Giovanni, is a Pentecostal pastor. He often criticized Cuba's communist dictatorship. In late 2023, he began noticing strange men attending his services.
Siempre había alguien del gobierno escuchando y espiando lo que yo hablaba.
He says those men were government spies. Giovanni, his wife Magalis, and their 2 teenage children fled Cuba in October 2023. Magalis didn't find out she was pregnant until a few months later. By then, the family was already in Mexico, heading towards Tijuana. Her due date was in June. Plenty of time to get into the U.S., or so they thought. Their plan was simple. Download the U.S. Customs and Border Protection's CBP One app on their smartphone, then fill out an application and schedule an appointment to enter the U.S. The Biden administration unveiled the app last year, and it is now the main way to access the U.S. asylum system. But it's been glitchy.
We are very familiar with all of the problems with CBP One.
That is Melissa Crow, Director of Litigation for the Center for Gender and Refugee Studies.
Including but not limited to the fact that there are a very limited number of appointments that is far lower than the number of people who need them.
The result is long wait times that can be 6, 7, even 8 months or more.
Es como estar en una prisión. Es como estar en una prisión esperando que alguien te vaya y te ponga una fianza.
Giovanni described waiting in Mexico as being in a prison. They couldn't work, and they lived in constant fear that Mexican immigration officials might deport them. It took the family 6 months to get a CBP-1 appointment. And Matias was born just 1 week before they were scheduled to enter the United States.
Era tremendo. Era algo... No sabíamos cómo afrontar eso.
The birth threatened to derail their entire plan. That's because CBP-1 does not let people update their applications. There's no way to add another person, in this case a newborn, to their party. The idea of having to file another application and start the long wait time all over again brought Magalis to tears.
El temor, tanto tiempo que habíamos pasado, tantas cosas, y fue bien duro.
Volunteers at the Tijuana migrant shelter that the family lived in suggested they reach out to Enrique Lucero. He's head of Tijuana's Migrant Affairs Department.
Pero es algo que se está dando muy común, ¿no? Que nazcan aquí antes de obtener su cita.
He says the long wait times are making this scenario more and more common. Lucero told the family to get Matias a birth certificate and Mexican citizenship papers. Fast.
Porque no hay forma de editar la aplicación.
So just 2 days after being born, little Matias was in Tijuana City Hall, getting fingerprinted. His fingerprints left tiny smudges on the official paperwork, and Lucero stood in as the official witness, which is required by Mexican law. Lucero shared Matias's documents with Mexican immigration officials, who then passed them along to Customs and Border Protection. Lucero's intervention worked. On Tuesday, the family crossed into the U.S. together. Giovanni says he looks forward to living in a free country instead of a dictatorship.
Ser libre. Ya no tener que estar en un país donde vivimos una dictadura.
The family won't be in San Diego for long. They plan to connect with relatives in Utah. Gustavo Solis, KPBS News.